Well, guys, I don't really know how to start this video, but we got beers not from Canada, so that's a good thing, right? Let's do this. Beer, 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 ba beer, ba beer, beer, beer. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to me, Mate Brewski, from the Brewski Review. And like I said earlier, today the beer I have for you is not a Canadian beer. I had a classmate tell me that he'd like to see some more diverse, beers. And being here in Ontario, we all know the LCBO is kind of a pain in the ass to get beers from outside of Canada that, are unique and different. But we have one from the UK. This is from Marston'S Brewery. This is their 61 Deep Pale Ale. 61 Deep Pale Ale coming in at 4.1% alcohol by volume. No listed IBUs on the can that I see, but it's a very interesting can. You do have an old-timey, scuba diver on the can there, and some other circles of nautical things. So that's pretty cool. Black, white, blue accents, very, very nice. Marston'S Brewery is where in the UK? And Marston'S Brewery is located in Burton-upon-Trent, which actually we talked about in class, so that's pretty cool. So let's crack this bad boy open. Let's see what we got. I'm very excited. I haven't had a beer from the UK in quite some time, so let's pour it up into my Niagara College Beer 101 glass. Beer pouring, beer pouring. Sweet. Looking at the beer, I hate how this light darkens everything on camera, but shit, it's very golden, fairly clear, nice big white head on top. Outside the light, same exact thing, looking fine. Looking almost more like a lager, to be honest, but hey, what can you do? It's neither here nor there. I don't know what I'm saying. Smells, nose. Caramelly, biscuity, touch grainy, a little lighter hops for sure. Not too piney or grapefruit forward, but you do get a little bit of a piney bitterness per se, but definitely a bit more caramelly, a bit more biscuity in the nose. So let's have a sip. Let's see where the hops really come in. And to be honest, they're not too many. Yeah, definitely a bit more malt forward on that sip. The flavors aren't super intense. I definitely need another sip to really figure out what's going on. Give it a little swirl here. See what the nose is again. Yeah, biscuity, caramelly, malty forward. But yeah, the hops are sort of lower in this beer, which is kind of confusing since it's a pale ale, but then again, the UK always does it a little bit different, which isn't a bad thing. So let's just continue on. Cheers, everybody. Let's keep on drinking. Yeah, more malty, caramel, biscuit, bready, but you do get a slight bit of bitterness from the hops. Like I said, the IBUs aren't listed on the can, and I forgot to check the website. Showing nothing, and Untapped also showing nothing, so I guess that didn't really matter, but that's fine. It's slightly skunky, not as carbonated. I don't think this can is as fresh as I would have hoped. When was this brewed? The 5th of May 2020, so it is a bit older of a can. Probably should have checked the brewed on date beforehand. But I guess speaking that we already checked the brewed on date, which is clearly labeled on the bottom, which I do really best BBE best before enjoying. Oh shit. Wait. What? I totally read that wrong. Sorry, I kind of skimmed that. It is still in date. It is still in time. Best before enjoying the 5th of May 2020. Maybe it hasn't gone bad. But why does it seem like it? Or at least much less carbonated and kind of Stale. Honestly, that's the thing. Today we learned about storage of beer, and obviously I knew a bit about storage of beer. Like, you store it warmer, it's going to go bad quicker, but I didn't know how quick beers go bad when they're stored at warmer temperatures compared to, say, being in your fridge or in a cold room. This has definitely not gone bad, but it is turning. And again, I'm not sure exactly when this was brewed, but we do have a best before date if properly stored. Sorry, this review is a little bit more jumbled up than usual. For some reason, I feel like I'm out of the swing of things on this, but that's fine. On the can, Marston'S Brewery 61 Deep Pale Ale, 4.1% ABV, unknown IBUs. I would personally put it at 20 to 25, but that's just my guess. Looking for a description. 61 meters. That's the depth of the well at the brewery that gives this refreshing pale ale its name. Interesting fact. The 5 American and Australian hops give its fresh, zesty aroma, whilst the tropical fruit and citrus notes make it extremely drinkable. Dive in. Now that's the thing. I'm not getting tropically notes. I'm getting more malty notes. The hops have really died off, which shows me that this beer has not gone bad, but is on the road to going bad. And I think that's definitely improper storage. Because I'm not really getting many tropical flavors. A little bit of mango on that previous sip that I just took a second ago, but definitely seems a bit more malt forward rather than traditional pale ale hoppiness and all the characteristics that come with beautiful hops. So, bit of a bummer. Gaining all this knowledge is definitely going to make me a bit more stricter on beers that I review and critique, per se. So it's good and bad, because the more I know what's going on wrong, and it's rambles. Other than that, we do have ingredients. Contains barley, but where's the real ingredients list is my question. Or do they not have that here? Contains barley, and then it in a bunch of different languages. No, I do not see a detailed list of ingredients, but contains barley, so I guess that's a thing. I mean, doesn't all beer sort of contain barley? But moving on. 4.1%, you got the brewed on date on the bottom. Nice looking can as well. I don't know, I'm just really out of the swing of things on this one, guys. I am so sorry. But the beer itself, light to medium bodied, I want to say. Full flavor, but then again, this seems to have been starting to turn a little bit, so stuff to note as well. I'm still enjoying it, don't get me wrong. It's just that I wish it was a bit more fresh. But anyway, moving on to the website, marstons.co.uk. You go there, you go to the beer section, you go down to Marston's 61 Deep, and it has the same exact description as the can. It's also showing it being at 3.8% ABV, which may be a previous rendition or the UK rendition, but this one that I found at the LCBO was at 4.1, so just up 0.3%. Not the biggest, deal, but still having that discrepancy between the information given on the website and what you're actually getting is something that should be updated, or at least noted, saying that some cans may be 4.1. If you want to go pick up Marston's 61 Deep Pale Ale, you can pick up this 500 ml tall boy can for not $3, $2.50. So very, very inexpensive, but you're still getting a damn good beer. Finally, moving over to Untapped, 61 Deep by Marston'S Brewery has been given a 3.32 bottle caps out of 5, and that's out of just over 16,000 ratings. So very, very nice. Good amount of people have enjoyed this beer, or at least have reviewed it on Untapped. Overall, I'm not super impressed by the beer. One is probably just because it's a little older, and the storage of it hasn't been proper. But I mean, this is what I got. This is what I have to work with right now, and it's fine. There's no really offensive flavors, but it's really nothing special. It's kind of bland, to be honest. Especially if each LCBO sort of stores the beer the same. I can't deny. I don't think it's a bad beer. I think it's a little bit lackluster. So with that said, cheers on the final sip. Let's get right to ratings. Overall, Marston's 61 Deep Pale Ale. The can that I have seems to be turning a little bit. Seems to be going a little bit bad, but the flavors that I'm getting are definitely not the truest, and therefore quite lackluster. That's why for the can that I have, Marston's 61 Deep Pale Ale deserves only a 5 out of 10 for me. As for presentation, very nice looking can. I love the can design. Very, very intriguing, very unique. Nice description on the side. No IBUs, not the end of the world though. But on the bottom, having the clearly labeled best before enjoying date is a solid bonus. As for the website does look quite nice, but nothing really special. No detailed list of malt, hops, and yeast, which they clearly say there's 5 varieties, which is pretty cool. And there's no food pairing, so I'm getting a little bit nitpicky there, but hey, that's just me. Overall presentation gets a solid 7.5 out of 10 for me. Before I leave you guys, if you have any comments, questions, or beers you want to review in the future, leave all that information down in the comment box below. If you want to go ahead and like this video or subscribe to me, mate, it'd be greatly appreciated as well. One thing I do want to apologize, that this beer review has kind of been jumbled all over. My brain's jumbled all over. It's a Friday, I'm exhausted from the week, so this is kind of what happens. But with all that said, that's going to do it for me, mate Bruce. Like I always say, crack a beer and enjoy. Cheers. Now time to pour this beer and get 61 feet deep into the drunkiness. How's that sound for a Friday? Cheers.